Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, today we're going to start off our daily video with Dixie on a weekly time frame. I want you to see that, hey, we are testing that 101 level once more again. It's looking like it's very possible that we're going to lose it. I don't want to say we are, but if the daily closes under 101, the possibility of us testing into that $99 level is next, which is a $2 drop. I don't want to see it happen, but it will probably happen in a quick fashion, like exactly how we went up as quickly. We should see that trickle down. And that would be, I would assume that would be after CME open on Monday. Like we would see it on Sunday, we would see it into Monday. If this week we can hold this 101 level, then I can say maybe next week will open and we'll continue back up. But if we lose that 101 level on the weekly close on tomorrow, I'm going to be aiming for that lower target of that 99. And that means we're going to see a bunch of upside on Bitcoin, ETH, and tech stocks. That's if this comes under 101 on Friday's daily close. If we hold that 101, then I'm going to be like, hey, this can possibly be the support. The 101 we've tested 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We didn't break it. The next one, then we open on Sunday night, Monday morning. We probably will be looking to just like butter on through all this consolidation in a very large W fashion. Okay, so it'll be like coming right to like 104 or something, very quick and easy. But obviously, you're gonna go level by level. You'll see that 102 come, then you'll see that 103.50, and then you'll see it try to take over that 105. These are all going to take very long. These are weekly candles, but obviously you can see to the weekly downside has been very, very sharp and stagnant. Like now you can see that we've somewhat gone sideways and consolidated, which we were expecting just like this. I think next week will be a new um, attempt of holding this sideways consolidation because these EMAs are actually crossing bearish. So as this 21 loses to this 55, that actually adds more sell pressure onto the markets until we see this start going sideways and see the angle of these EMAs start to flatten out. Until then, the reality of more sellers of the US dollar or this Dixie index in general will be larger. So just be aware of that. We're very, very careful with this 101 level. I'm actually going to put an alert there. That way you know that if we lose 101, you will see some upside on all our tech equities and cryptos. So that's all I wanted to show you on that. Let's go quickly to a daily, and here's our alert, this orange line, and you can see that it is flirting with that level, and today we'll see if it wants to break it or keep it. Okay, now let's go to a daily on our Bitcoin chart. And you can see that the last 3 days we've had some nice upside coming into the shoulder that we made of this head looking left. So if we can hold above this shoulder of 29,000, we should be looking to claim this 29.3. And once we get that daily close above 29.3, which today might be the day, Friday, we can look for that extension into 30,031. If we can't get this close above 29.3, this is a shorting opportunity, in my opinion. You have to see today's volume on buys, but as this slows down and you're coming into the top, you should be looking for that rollover. So between 29.2 to 30K, if you're looking for a short, you can DCA into there and have a stop loss right above 30,100. Because if it's trying to take all the liquidity of these wicks, then why wouldn't it just go above 31K and take out the previous high as well? So after you get this stop out at 31, 30,100, you can reshort 31,100. Just as it takes over this high, you can short it right after that for the rollover. Swing failure pattern situation. And that's what I am seeing there on Bitcoin. Now, right now, we're actually in the stance of attempting the upside first before we look for the downside. So as all these EMAs are crossing above the blue and the white sideways ones, it's showing you that the buyers have stepped up. We're trying to hold this level. If we continue to go sideways, it will cool off the oscillators and then it will give you an opportunity to continue up. Cumulative delta wise, it's showing you open interest is still bullish. It's still got room to upside. You've just came off of oversold conditions. You're coming now back into um, possible bullish breakout situation. So don't let this consolidation fool you. Breaking out above that 31,100 with a 4-hour open and close. If you have an open and close above this level at the 4-hour candle, more than likely you're looking for 34 to 36K. If you get a 4-hour open and close under 28,500, more than likely you want to test into 27,000. That's what I'm going to say for Bitcoin moving forward. Right now, you are fighting this midline of this order block. Okay, let's go to a 4-hour. Okay. So on a 4-hour, here's one high. Who's your other high? Wow. Okay, so here to here, and you got a little bit of sell-off here, here. Slight bearish divergence because this high is much steeper. Now from here to here, don't really see anything other than upside is still continuing. So on a 4-hour time scale, it's just in that point where if the claims is 29,300, in about 30 minutes, you can look for it to extend a little bit higher. And then as markets open in USA, you can expect it to go a little bit higher as well. And then if you want, after the 4-hour close, after New York opens, you can look for the rollover. If there's no one buying, the weakness will set in. So just be aware of that. We're pretty much going sideways in this tight range of $2,000 from 30,000 to 28,000, and you're consolidating in triangle fashion. So it's tightening, tightening, tightening. And here's your midline around 28,500. So if you know that, you can take longs off of this or shorts off of this, depending on what side of the range it is. And since right now we're above it, you can take a long above it with the stop loss underneath it. When we go underneath it, you could take a long, you can take a short around 29.3 with the stop loss above it and your take profit at 28.6 with a stop loss trailing you, so that way if it wants to jump back up after it touches this level, you still walk away with profit. And if it goes under this and you are starting your trade, then you could look for a long scalp with a stop loss underneath this last wick low, and that way if it goes lower than that, you can wait for the next long scalp much lower, which is around 27,000 is what I'm looking for, is this liquidity wicks to get tested. So that's what I would say for Bitcoin moving forward. Let's go to ETH before this video gets longer. So here is ETH also breaking out in a bullish stance. That's healthy and good, looking for upside continuation. You got a lot of shorts waiting to get liquidated if this thing wants to pump. So yeah, that's why a lot of shorts are over here stacking. So when this thing starts actually breaking out, it's gonna hurt a lot of shorts, and that's what's gonna cause the pump up, is as shorts are getting closed out. Quick thing I want to say, we are above the 21 EMA on a daily. That's healthy and good. Opening and closing it, that's good. As long as you hold 1880, you can assume that we're going to go sideways and up. The second you lose 1880 on a 4-hour open and close, the risk of us going to test into 1780 is there. And then after 1780, I'm looking at 1680-ish, 1670. So be aware of that on that daily time frame. But if we can hold this 1880 sideways for the 4-hour open and closes, we can look into claiming 19 was it 1930 or something? Well, let's just say 1965. We'll just assume that this is going to just take out the liquidity, and we're in this little tight range of 1965 to 17 65 basically. So 1965 to 1765, $200 range, while Bitcoin's in the $2,000 range, which is normal. So I mean, if you're on more than 5x and the entire range gets tested, you're gonna get whipped. So yeah, just be aware of that, like leverage wise and implied volatility wise, what you're expecting. Implied volatility. That's for option traders. And yeah, that's basically it. I mean, if we get that 4 hour open and close above 1920, 1930, you'll look for it to target 1960, 1970 and see if it has resistance there. Probably will come back, find 1920 as support, and then break out in like later in the day or something, and then look to test into 2050 area before 2150 and beyond. This time it's gonna be over here at like 2200 basically. And after that, you're looking at 23. Upside does look more realistic right now because you're finding support on this 200 EMA, and you've actually find support on the 55 now. I'm trying to break and find support on the 21. Then you're doing your test of resistance. So just look for sideways on 1880. If you lose 1880, then obviously the upside is going to be into a distributed fashion. And this is just going to roll over and take some liquidity at the 200-ish before looking for higher again. And it doesn't need to go down all the way to the 200, at least 1765. And then from there, we can decide if we need to go there or not. If we can hold this level and retest higher, even better. Because as we're going down, if shorts don't close and we get a big buy from here and break out of this little range, it's gonna liquidate a lot of shorts where we're gonna quickly like move up to basically, yeah, uh, test these highs to see if this is gonna be the new local high long term or not. If you go to a weekly, you can see I'm looking for 1964 for a reason. That's where the test of the 100 EMA is that we lost after a week and are bearish. So I don't think that this was a true rejection. I do see open interest from this level and expanding up on the 9 EMA. That's showing you that we're actually looking for continuation to the upside. But the EMA and this 1965 is a resistance. So we're naturally going to have to come into here, float into here as people stop selling and the buyers step up. We'll get into this level. And then once we claim it with a 4 hour open and close, we can go quickly to 2150 and beyond. So just be aware that I'm watching the weekly close at this level as is what I need is like a close above this level in about 2-3 days so we can look for next week to basically engulf and beyond. Otherwise, this will be the local high where we're going to grind down and test our support at like 1670 and take liquidity out of the market like that from 1670 all the way down to like 15 or 1450. And then we will look for the upside because the head and shoulder will print basically, you know. You'll go down here, you'll consolidate up higher, you'll push down lower, consolidate, double bottom, higher low, and then look for higher up. So that's what I'm looking for moving forward, guys. If you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. If you guys are interested in trading with me live, please join me on the Discord section. The link to the Discord is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services I use and recommend that help this channel grow. So thank you for using them. I appreciate it. And if it wasn't for you guys using those, I would not be able to keep this going. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate your guys' time and support. If you guys have any other things you guys want to reach out to me, just leave it in the comment section below or come to the Discord and DM me. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Be safe.